editing Jessica here. I got new glasses. I can see. This is so nice. I'm not in my screen like this. But also, content warning for this video. I'm going to be talking about weight loss, body, weight, eating, the skinny talk of it all. So just a warning. That's what this video is about.
Hey, hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess, and I just felt, I got a rogue braid doing who knows what. Okay, so ignore it. But I just felt that on my heart, on my spirit, I felt led to share. I haven't done a YAP cast in a while. I haven't had a topic that has been weighing on me to talk about, but I do now. And it's not like it's new. It's just something that is always on my mind, unfortunately. But with like some recent things in media that is really made me think about it. And I figured I would bring all my thoughts here. So what it is, first I would like to go back to, I don't remember if it was 2023 TikTok, but there was a trend of like men basically was saying like men all think about the Roman Empire. And people were asking their partners, like, do you think about the Roman Empire? Yada, 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 which turned into what my Roman Empire is. So basically something you're always thinking about, which a lot of people did this trend wrong. I'm like, it's something that's always on your mind, but whatever. My Roman Empire has always been my weight. And so I will go back and I will add in a content warning because this is going to be talking about body image and weight loss, things like that. So if you do not feel in the right place to consume this kind of content, totally understand. Of course, my battery lied to me, so I'm gonna have to change my battery, but anywho, my Roman Empire is my weight. I think about it every single day. If it's not how I feel, like physically, like, I don't like how that feels, or how I feel when I put on clothes, or how I feel when I look into the camera, especially being somebody who records a lot of things, I'm always thinking about my weight. And especially coming off of marathon training in which it is normal to gain weight, and I did, I'm really struggling. And what I have seen in the media that I said that really made me come here to do this is, if you've been seeing any of the promotion for the movie Wicked, well, you know that there's lots of speculation and conversation around Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande and even some other people, how thin they look. And it's a very fine line because, you know, people are like, don't talk about other people's bodies, but there's just a clear difference in how they used to look, which they're already smaller people. I can't think of Cynthia Erivo's height, but Ariana's already a very petite woman. And they were especially Cynthia Erivo, already just like very in great shape. And now they're very thin. And just this general culture of thinness that seems to be coming back over the last years. And I don't know if I won't. I was going to say I won't even get into the conservative alt-right pipeline of it all. I might. It just depends. This is a thing about these YAPcasts is I'm just yapping. There's no script, so I'm just kind of going off the dome, okay? But so with this culture of skinniness coming back and always at war with my body, it's just been a very, I guess, difficult place for me mentally because I am a millennial. So I grew up with nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. Kate Moss, Britney Spears and low-rise jeans. When we were calling Jessica Simpson fat, okay? The plus size models they had on Tyra's America's Next Top Model. And then you look at it now, you're like, that was the plus size model. And they were giving those women the hardest time. So I grew up in that era and I was a very thin child. I was thin through my early 20s. And I didn't start gaining weight till like my later 20s. And it's funny because when I was thin, all my family could comment on was I was too skinny. And then I started gaining weight. And it's just a comment on how I've gained weight. And that's been a never ending battle since I started gaining weight of like, which adds to the apprehension, the dread I have when visiting family is like, where am I with my body right now? Because even when I've been in a good like working out phase, like, are they going to see that? Like, I feel good about myself, but are they going to see that? How did I look when I saw them last? Is always a comment. It's always one of the first comments out of their mouths of like, you gained weight, or, oh, you look good, or there's always a comment. Unfortunately, even if I have expressed that I don't like comments on my weight, it's always a thing. So it's just like this weird space. And so I felt okay. Like, during marathon training, I knew that I was putting on weight. I had gone to the doctor and had to get on the scale and was like, but I still felt fine. Like, my clothes felt like they were fitting the same. I didn't feel much of a physical difference. And then, I don't know, stuff started getting a little snug, but still was doing my marathon training because, of course, you're eating a lot because you're draining a lot of energy. And if you undereat, you're making yourself very susceptible to more injury. So I ate, and I probably overdid it because it was great. I was like, yeah, 50, 60. No, that's even low. That's just a carb. These massive Costco muffins, croissants, heaps of toast with butter. Like, I was carbing nonstop, and it was wonderful. That was my favorite part of marathon training. But now afterwards, even after my body carried me those 26.2 miles plus what you got to walk out of Central Park, I still feel at war with her, and I feel disappointed that we have this weight gain, and I don't know how. I just don't know what to do. Once body positivity was a thing, I could never get with it because I've never known how to speak about my body or my person positively. But when people started talking about body neutrality, I was like, okay, this seems like something that I could aspire to. And that's still where I would like to go or get to, but I don't know how to get there. I have days where I feel fine. I have moments, especially like if I go for a run, if I have a good lift, I can acknowledge in that moment that I am grateful for my body, for the strength or movement, whatever ability that it's brought me. But then my mind reverts back to, okay, but there's always a but. It's like, I am thankful that my body ran these miles, but I am thankful that I was able to lift this much weight, but there's always a but, and it makes me so sad, and I wish that I could get out of this headspace, but I see it when I edit videos. I'm always like, why do I lean up? Because then my double chin, or I laugh, and it's like, you see the side. I can look, obviously I'm looking at myself for the last 5 years of editing videos and thumbnails, and I can see how my face has gotten bigger. And when I'm laying down, I feel my stomach. When I'm putting on clothes, yeah. Again, this is a yap. I'm yapping. I really have no solution. I have no answer. I'm just expressing how I feel. And then especially seeing all of this kind of skinny content come back, I am not going to lie that I have, not like I'm not like seeking it out, but there was this one lady on TikTok, maybe last year, she had lost a bunch of weight. And so she was posting all these TikToks about like how she did that. And she kept saying lean is law. And I won't lie that for a while I was like, yes, like I was like, it is, and I was mad at myself for like falling into that again, but I'm like, I just don't know where to balance, where I belong. And I had to change my battery. Don't worry, we still got Rogue Braid over here. Okay, so with all the skinny content, I don't know where to be. I think that it's fine to want to change your body. Some people want to gain weight. Some people want to lose weight. Some people are trying to put on muscle. I would like to put on muscle, but I also would like to lose body fat. So body weight. And I feel like we're in like this weird space where you have to tread lightly when you say that and like make it very apparent and clear. It's like, I'm not trying to be rail thin. I'm also not on some right-wing some alt-right pipeline to nonsense, because I'm very particular about the people that I choose to follow, even if I was getting led astray by that girl's messaging last year. But I think we have this, it's just difficult if you say that, if you want to make changes to your body. then it's, you know, sometimes it's seen as a negative, and I don't think it should be. And I just don't know how to navigate that. Especially on this channel. And I don't know when this video is going up, but I have been like talking and thinking about wanting to not channel overhaul, but just like adding more content to my channel that's not just like reading, because I'm more than a reader, as most of us are. We have diverse interest, and fitness is one of mine. And so in that, wanting to show that, whether that be vlogs that include what I eat or what kind of exercise I do, it's like, do I talk about those things? How do I approach that without being labeled something that I'm not? I don't know. And again, for some reason, I had a lot of expectations of, or hopes of how I would feel post-marathon, and some of them I do, and then some of them I don't. Like, I just look, and I both am like, wow, you know, no one can look at you and tell that you work out, but we did finish that marathon. But people of all shapes and sizes and abilities run and complete marathons. And so, and my body was one of those that did it, which is amazing. But then I'm like, well, now I look like this. And I don't want to look like this. I don't want to feel like this. I don't want, and I know that a lot of people will just be like, well, just buy new clothes. Okay, clothes are expensive and they're getting worse. Like every month, they seem to be worse. And I have clothes that I like. I have jeans that I like. Yes, and I do wear jeans. I know that some people don't believe in I like jeans. I have things that I like, and I like when the way they fit when I'm a certain size. And I just think I should be able to say that without being labeled as like some crazy person. And so I guess that's what I'm just here trying to express, and share, and see if there's anyone else out there trying to like navigate that right now in this world where we have this like resurgence of very skinny people being celebrated. And of course, it's like in your regular life, maybe not, but you know, media and like famous people, they do. That's just kind of like the ecosystem. That's what's going on. It's like, I think a big shift, or people noticed a change, especially when the Kardashians were like getting their BBLs removed and stuff. So we went from the early aughts, the 90s, the early aughts of like thin is the thing. And then we became more accepting. We had more plus size models. We had people who are trying to achieve curvy bodies. And now we're like reverting back. So I don't know. But is it just a struggle, especially as you get older? So many things affect your body and your weight. Hormones always goddamn changing. I love to eat. I also love to drink my calories. So it's just really hard. And I just wanted to express that. And so if there's anyone else feeling in this weird space with me, you are not alone. But it is alarming how many people in the fitness, health, nutrition, whatever space are right wing or get to be right wing, because it quickly goes from, I'm just trying to be healthy, some people, to no seed oils and blah blah blah. Oh my god, they're the GMOs, what do they put in the food? And like, there's critiques to be made about the US food system, but some people just like slowly or quickly start sliding down that pipeline, and it's like, ooh, this is a bit scary. And a lot of the fitness people too. So like, I don't follow that many, because unless you were explicit about your stance on a lot of things, then I'm not going to follow you, because I don't know. You could be hiding it, and then one day I'm seeing you like, yeah, RFK is right. And then it's scary, and I got to go. So I don't follow that many people. Also, I'm not becoming like a fitness channel. I'm tired of niching down, honestly. It's exhausting. And I know that's what algorithms like, but I am not just a niche, okay? I am wondrous. I contain multitudes. I have many interests, and I want to share more of them here. So just like, don't worry, like this is not going to become all fitness or something. This is just feelings that I had. These are just thoughts. And, yeah, it was just really off the cuff. So I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I wanted to say. I'm struggling. I don't know how to not think about my body. I love to eat. And I know that a lot of people prescribe to the intuitive eating kind of thing. And that doesn't work for me because my intuitive eating is 3-4 times the portion size. Like I like to eat a lot, and I like to eat a lot of carbs and fats and not necessarily getting enough fiber or protein. And that's what I'm focused on right now, especially fiber. And I mean, I always get enough water. That's the one I'm good at. But my intuitive eating does not lead me to consume a healthy, balanced diet. That doesn't work. And I know for some people, focusing on what they're eating or tracking what they're eating they become too compulsive about it and it becomes an obsession. I understand. But for me, it's the best way when I'm trying to make significant changes. And in a world where everyone can get GLP-1s, it's like, and I'm not throwing shade to those, but I just know that's another layer of things now, especially amongst, regular people and celebrities especially people who get thin really quickly. It's like, well, now before GLP-1s, there was cocaine, and cocaine is still here. But yeah, so that's where I am. Not happy with my body's appearance. I'm happy with her ability and what she's accomplished, what she will accomplish. I try to be grateful for that daily. But I wish that I looked different. And I'm trying to work on that. And I don't feel bad saying that. But it is easy to get swept up in something. And I just hope by speaking on this and like acknowledging it, I don't let myself get swept up in like the skinny propaganda that's going on right now. So I don't want to be thin. I want to be strong. But I also just want a little less fluff. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I want to see my muscles also. Like, what's so wrong with that? And I'm not talking about abs, because I'm never going to have abs, honey, because I love to eat too much. Even with tracking food, I still love to eat too much. I'm never gonna, even when I was thinner, I never had abs. My stomach was just flatter. So I'm not trying to have abs, but I just would like some muscle definition. Damn. So is anybody else out there in this weird place with me? Or are you one of those lucky people who don't have food noise and who don't have insecurities and are just like, my body's my body? Maybe you're body neutral. Maybe you're body positive. I would love to know. And if you are that and you haven't always been, especially, can you tell me how you got there? Was it therapy? Was it positive self-talk, journaling, all of it? That's it. That's my YAP. Those are my thoughts. You have to do what's best for you. Obviously, if you have any kind of medical conditions, consulting with a doctor. And I'm going to do what I feel is best for me. And I don't feel my best right now. So I'm working on it. So thanks for watching. Stay blessed, hydrated, moisturized, and sunscreen. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.